Hi everyone, how are you? Okay, we'll give everybody a few minutes to find me here. So when you join, go ahead and tell me, of course I'll see your name, but go ahead and tell me where you're watching from because I love to hear where everybody is from. I'm, let's see, Miss Lewis. I'm not going to try to pronounce your first name. I'm afraid I probably would chop it up, but thank you for being here. I appreciate it. And today is Saturday, of course. So I hope we're finding you. Hi, Claire. Um, yes, you found me. I hope everyone is doing well today. Some of you are having extreme weather, and some of you are having some nice warm days. It's always about the weather, right? That's what I always talk about. So today's is going to be a little different as far as I didn't really know what I was going to have the conversation about today. And then really early this morning, it came to me. And we're going to be talking about your healing abilities. And you'll be receiving 3 angelic activations to help you with that as well. These activations will allow you to receive energies to help support and assist you with healing your whole body, your mind, your emotional body, and your spiritual body. So we'll get started in a few moments and allow people to find us. Oh, some of you have snow. Wow. And Julia, I hope I didn't chop that up too badly, is from Oregon. So I'm so glad that you guys have joined me. And, if you have something that you have to rush off and do and are not able to watch this live, it is recorded. Everything that we do is embedded within the video that we record. It'll be available on Aligned World Network, Healing Light with Lisa Joe, as well as YouTube. That's on Facebook, but also YouTube with Aligned World Network and Healing Light with Lisa Joe. If you're watching the replay on YouTube, I do have a separate channel, the Healing Light with Lisa Joe, and you can subscribe up on the top that will allow you to be notified anytime there are some new videos that come up. I had a lot of success with adding some angelic type of music to a video. So I would like to start doing that a little more, and that will only be posted on the YouTube. So I do have over 60 videos on my YouTube channel. So they're all free and you can go in there and look at different ones that may be able to assist you. And of course, if this video or any of my videos you feel like could help or benefit somebody else, please share that with them. It's kind of an act of kindness to another person. Whether they watch it or not is, totally up to you, but it's a very nice gesture to think about someone else as well. Thank you, Claire. Yes, some of you might notice that my hair is shorter. A couple weeks ago, I was tired of the long hair and needed a little bit of a change. And I'll tell a quick little story. It is kind of ironic how everything happened. And I was searching for a new stylist because the one that I had wasn't in our area anymore. So it's been actually almost 2 years since I had my hair cut, and it was really long. And you just don't want to trust your hair with anybody, right? And because the worst thing that can happen is you need to have your hair grown out more. Either they cut it too short or something. And I handed it over to God at that point. I'm like, God, I've searched enough today, so just help me know who to go to. And I also have a jewelry boutique that's on Facebook's called Jewelry That Inspires One. And a lady was interested in one of my rings. And long story short, we weren't able to connect right away for her to come pick up her ring. And I went to her profile and noticed that she was actually a hairstylist and an owner of her own boutique. And I was like, oh my gosh, I think this is meant to be. And so I messaged her and made an appointment, delivered her ring personally, and she was very, very helpful. Southern Roots Salon, and not too far from my home. And she had a lovely personality and really good ratings, and she talked and made me feel comfortable the whole time that I was there. And what was even better was I was her only client for that afternoon. So it worked out really well for me. And, we had a really good conversation afterwards. And having good conversations and being put into other people's lives, whether it is helpful for you or maybe you're there, helping them with things that they need help with. And she definitely did a really good job, and I would highly recommend her here in Texas around my area. So I think I'm going to go ahead and get started. And thank you. Let's see. Thank you for sharing. I do appreciate when you do that. So thank you for doing that as well. So I'm going to take a drink of water and we're going to get started. So what I would like you to do is give me, Lisa Jo Davis, permission to assist you today. You can do that out loud. You can do it in your mind. Because I'm really strong about, asking permission. And I'm actually going to cover that a little bit on down into the conversation we're going to have. So after you give me permission, it's always a good thing to invite your own spiritual team in to help you and assist you with all these energies that are coming forward. They're there for a reason. And all they ask is that you ask them, right, to be part of your life. So if you didn't know that you had a spiritual team, you do. And what is a spiritual team? A spiritual team can be your ancestors, it can be friends and family that have already passed on, your guardian angel, and all sorts of other people that are there that you may not know about or have identified with as yet, but they're there to give you that added support as you need it. All right, so we're going to get started now. Let me pull up my notes. I would like you to find a comfortable position to either sit down or lie down, just as long as you can hear my voice. That's really all that matters. So just find that comfortable spot. And as you do that, you will begin breathing in and out as I connect to everyone's energies. Yeah, I've connected, thank you. I'm going to feel the collective energy from all of you, for the ones that are here right now and those who are watching in the near future. See, oh, I'm feeling a lot of energy that is what I would describe as conflicting. Um, that person who I'm maybe feeling right now, or maybe it's a few of you, I feel a lot of that in my own solar plex area. I do have the ability to tap in a person's body, and I actually feel where they're having pain as well. So I'm feeling a lot of heaviness and uneasiness in the solar plexus. So I kind of would like to go ahead and brush some of this away from you all. And go ahead and take another breath in and out. And I'm going to feel the energy again. Okay, that's feeling a lot better. And go ahead and breathe in and out again, releasing anything that may be stuck, stagnant, or blocked within your body, your mind, your spirit. I would like you to make the intention of placing your grounding cord in the earth, going down into the heart of Gaia. And your grounding cord is located at or near the bottom of your spine. So just imagine this cord that's going down through all the layers of the earth, all the way into the center of the heart of Gaia. And while you're there, you can allow yourself to absorb the supporting energy that she has for everybody that lives upon her. And how do you do that? Okay, so the way you do that is imagining that grounding cord like a straw, and it just kind of sucks up that energy going up into your body. So keeping your grounding cord there, make that intention of allowing that energy of support and love from Gaia to go up the cord, all the way up into your root chakra, moving and raising up through your whole body. And while you do that, I'm going to open up all your chakras, and I'm going to look at them, adjust them, and expanding the flow that is in there to open them up for releasing and receiving. And when your chakras are not, and what are chakras? I guess I should explain that for those who aren't really clear. They're energy points in our body that helps with our body. It helps us have the energy, and it supports different areas of our body. So you have like the crown, you have your third eye, your throat, your heart. In your stomach area is the solar plexus. Below your belly button is a sacral chakra. And then near the base of your spine would be your root chakra. So what I do is I go in there and I'm going to look collectively, and I'm going to open them up for more expansion. I'm going to start with the crown chakra. And you just need to just keep breathing in and out in a regular rhythm. So I aligned all of your chakras together. I opened them up slightly. And the reason I only open it a little at a time is Sometimes if you open up the chakras too much, you get this rush of energy that really floods the body and it can become very overwhelming. So if I'm working with you privately, I kind of know where and how much I can open it up. But when I'm working with a group setting, I tend to only open it up a little bit at a time for more expansion so that it's good for everybody. It doesn't matter where you are on your spiritual path. It helps everybody. So by now you should have already established a normal rhythm of breathing. So today's topic, for those who are just joining us, is your healing abilities. And you're going to receive 3 angelic activations. And these energies, once you receive them, will help support and assist with your healing, with your whole body healing, right? Your mind, your emotional body, and your spiritual body. So everyone has healing abilities and capabilities as well, whether it's within your spoken words, because sometimes you can just speak words and they're very comforting to other people. You could have healing hands. You could have the ability to have a very special artistic way about you and interpreting your art through that medium. You could be a musician and share your music with others, and that can also be a healing. Even your unselfish actions can be healing to another person. You have something right now within you, and it just needs to be acknowledged. So, if you have, for like me, where I have the healing within my hands, and I also have the healing words, these can also turn into writing, expression of your experiences to help others. It's everybody has one, at least one. Some of you have many more. Some of you have insight of the gift of insight, and some of you may be able to see other people that have crossed over as being a medium. When you have these different types of abilities, it doesn't mean you have to go out and do what I do, unless that's something that you really, want to do. But you can, take a role in these healing abilities and capabilities in different ways. A lot of people don't, just kind of want to help themselves and help their loved ones and friends, and that's perfectly okay. And one of the ways that you can tell whether you have these abilities, for example, you go to to an outing and you have a lot of people talking to you and they feel really good after talking to you. So that is a way and an acknowledgement that you've made a difference in somebody else's life. Even sharing experiences that you have can also help other people. So what I would say is, if you want to send healing to another person without asking permission, this is not okay. If you do not have prior approval, you can ask that person's higher self for permission to assist them. If you hear a yes in response, it's okay to move on and to move forward with, sending prayers or healing to that person. But there are chances, and it has even happened to me, that you will ask the higher self and you'll get a very strong no. And like in my case, I was like, well, let me ask it in a different way. And I would ask the same question in a different way, and I still got no. And you really need to respect that, because that person's higher self really knows their true calling, knows what they need to go through, because sometimes you have to experience things in your life before you can move forward. And wanting to help and make things a little easier is a wonderful thing to do, but you really need to respect that person's boundaries and not force it upon themselves. And this does happen. So if you're shocked that you hear a no, just be okay with that and know that that person's higher self really knows the best course of action for them. It doesn't mean that later down the road you can't ask again because they may be in a different spot in their life. So this first one has to do, the first activation we're getting ready to do has it is about opening up your healing abilities and expanding that development with your natural gifts. So go ahead and take a breath in and release. So it has been requested and approved to receive the angelic activation of opening up your healing abilities and expanding your development of these natural gifts, allowing you to help yourself and others now. Thank you. And what I will say is each of these activations are going to feel a little different. Typically, they come from the top and work their way down. It can come in through your crown. It can come in on your left or right side. I've even had clients have the energy flow in to them through their hands. So as long as the path starts at the top somewhere and works its way down, this is a normal process that will happen. And like I said, some of you will feel this very strongly and very fast as it goes through your body. Some of you may experience a little slower, and some of you may experience the energy starting, but it stops. So, for example, if it stops in your throat area, you would clear your throat. If you feel like the energy stopped in your shoulders and it just after, a few seconds, it hasn't kept moving, just move that body part around. If you feel like it's stuck in your heart, just tap your heart a couple of times to awaken that area to receive. So what I am feeling is someone has it stuck in their stomach or their solar plexus area. So I'm going to go ahead and push this energy through. Just go ahead and you're going to breathe in and out in your normal rhythm as this energy flows through you. Take note of anything that you may see in your mind's eye, any feelings that you may have. You may even sense your spiritual team coming closer to you to give you that added support. And of course, I'm holding space for you as well. So someone needs to tap their heart. I'm feeling it stuck there. So go ahead and just, tap with your fingers a couple of times to allow that energy to keep flowing through. A few of you have already let it flow through you. And all of these energies will continue going through your body in the order that they have been received and given to you over the next 2 days. So this energy will continue flowing through continuously. And at the end of the 2 days, you'll begin to start feeling the energy dissipating. Some of you may feel that rush of energy come through when it starts coming through again. So if you feel that later, I just wanted you to be aware that it does flow continuously. So I'm going to talk a little bit about before we start the next activation, to allow those who are still receiving this energy to kind of finish up and go through the feet. Sometimes our mind will not stop evaluating the concerns of your life when you are trying to fall asleep. The mind can be flooded with thoughts because we are trying to relax, right? There's no outside distractions like your cell phone, the TV, that these kind of items like the cell phone, the computer, and the TV, they occupy your mind. And when you go to bed to try to relax, you don't have those outside visual um, things that are distracting your mind from actually thinking. So sleep is essential. It is essential to help healing the whole body. So this next activation that we're going to do will assist you to fall asleep. So it has been requested and approved to receive the angelic activation of sleeping peacefully without having a busy mind, sleeping without having continuous concerns now. Thank you. Oh, that one's a strong one. Definitely different from the others. Someone's having issues with breathing. So I want you to take a deep breath in and release like this. And do that one more time, please. If, okay, that's feeling better now. Again, this energy will feel different from the one that you just received. Starting from the top of the head, working the way down. You're doing really well. Just allow this energy to continue flowing down. One of the things that have helped me sleep is actually counting backwards. You know, sometimes your mind just will not shut down. And so it just thinks about everything and all your decisions that you made, or maybe you have some major concerns that are happening within your life and you're really not able to process this. So when your mind slows down, then these thoughts keep coming in. And one of the things, I don't know if it'll be helpful for you, but you know, maybe it will help someone, is I count backwards. I start with 100 and keep counting backwards. 99, 98, and usually by the time I get to the 40s or the 30s, I'm out. But there have actually been times when I'm like down counting 10 and I'm like, I know I'm not going to go to sleep right now. So I start with 100 again and go back. It kind of takes your mind out of your, for me, it takes my mind out of the current thoughts that I'm having or the concerns that are going on in my life, and allows me to kind of concentrate on the number aspect of it. So it may be helpful for you. You can try it. Maybe it helps you as well. Having a tea that does not have any caffeine in it before going to bed. Chamomile, sleepy time tea is one of my favorite teas. These teas can actually help you, you know, relax before you go to sleep as well. So I'm going to go ahead and move on. The next activation will assist you with sending healing to your body, your own body. And if you're still feeling like these other two energies are still working their way about you, don't worry if you go ahead and, you know, accept this next activation, don't worry because you're going to receive all of them and they will continue going. So if you haven't processed these other two yet, just know that they're still processing and it's okay to overlay each one of them with you. So what I was saying was this next activation will assist you with sending healing to your own body, placing your hands in the area that needs additional help healing. This does not discount your doctor's advice. It is to be used as a companion to the advice from a doctor. So what I would like to say is, what do I mean by taking your own hands and putting them, and some people are familiar with this and some people, this is all new news. So what you can do is, for example, let's say that you have, a very sore knee. I'll just use that as an example. You can cup your hands, like this, or have them open, and you would place them over the area of your knee, leaving about an inch away, 2 inches away from that area that you would like the healing to go to. You make the intention, of course, you want to ground, you want to center yourself within the heart, put your hands over the afflicted area. For example, we're going to use the knee on this, and make the intention of asking your higher self, who connects with our creator and also connects with our spiritual team, to send the healing through your body, through your hands, to the area that you would like. If you're using this healing to help somebody else, imagine their body being in front of you. When I first started doing healings for other people's, before I learned any modalities, I would imagine them laying flat on their back, and I, super shrunk them. So I had them, in my mind's eye, I would make them smaller, and I would, take my hands and imagine my hands over their knee, for example. And I would ask, for that healing to come through through my hands into that person. And the actual healing takes place between our creator and the person receiving the healing, whether that's another person or yourself. For example, I do have people that tell me that I helped heal them. And I do not take credit for that because I look at myself as a vessel, as a facilitator. It is my honor to be able to be in the position that I'm in, to be able to help people, heal themselves, or, aid in the doctors by doing, self-healing and self-healing thoughts, because all bodies can self-heal. It's just having that acknowledgement that it can happen. So just keep that in mind, that you're working with creator, you're working with your spiritual team or their spiritual team. You may be working with Archangel Raphael or Jesus or even Mother Mary, and all of them can be called out singly to help you do the same thing that I'm teaching you. So we're going to go ahead and move to this last activation. It has been requested and approved to receive the angelic activation of sending energies to help heal your whole body, your mind, your emotional body, and your spiritual body now. Thank you. And push that through to you. Ooh, this energy, wow. I love it. It's, how do I describe this energy? Tingly. I feel a lot of tingling, where it makes you feel good. So I don't know what your experience will be with this energy, but it feels lighter than the other two that me, myself, and I, and my team, and God, and have sent to you. like I said, everybody's a little different, so each of us will feel it a little differently. Some will have a lot of the similar experiences of how these energies feel like. And again, it starts at the top and works its way down. If you feel like it's stuck in your feet, you're going to move your feet around. If it feels like it's stuck in your hands, just move whatever body part that you feel like the energy has stopped. Because this energy is going through blocks that our body puts up, or blocks that we unintentionally put up, because it's kind of a protection for us. So if you were to experience so much trauma at one time, your body kind of goes in the mode of trying to protect it as much as it can. So it will only allow you in to do the same thing in reverse. It will only allow so much healing to go in at a time, not to what's a word I'm using, want to know, not overloading your system. So just as your body protects your system with excessive trauma, your body also protects yourself from having too much energy come in at one time. And you may need to do this a few times, come back and listen to allow different layers to be peeled back, and allow these different layers to heal. And I hope that makes sense to you. So again, to remind you, all three of these activations will keep repeating themselves. You are still receiving this third activation. I just want to follow up with some things as you're receiving this. You want to make any kind of mental note of anything that you experience. You may get an idea, or you may get a suggestion to do something different as well. It's whatever is most appropriate for you. Everyone's not the same. And if the energies come up too strong within your body, you have the ability to ask that these energies be turned down a little bit. You will still receive all of the same benefits of this healing of these energies, but Spirit just doesn't want you to be overwhelmed. And just as you can slow it down, you can also speed it up. If you feel like it's, kind of lingering, you can also have the ability to just make the intention of that energy flowing through you a little faster. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to anchor in these energies into your body system for completeness. Asino sa totina do ese noni gani nati sadi do badakanina o hosamati do ogadi do yo ensinati. Thank you. And for those who don't know what I just did, I was using light language to make that full connection and anchoring these activations into your body. So what I would like you to do now is to please let your spiritual team know that you appreciate them. You can thank them for giving you this support during this process today. Some of you may even see your spiritual guides. So what I would like you to do is take a breath in and out as I bring you back into your body's awareness. We're connecting back into your body. Take a breath in, and as you release, begin to move your fingers and your toes. Breathe in and out again, and as you release, you can open up your eyes, adjusting to the light around you. If you were laying down during this recording or this session, go ahead and sit up gently. Don't sit up really fast. Allow your body to respond to from laying down to sitting up. Again, I would love for you to share this with anybody that you feel could benefit from this. You're more than welcome to rewatch this as many times as you feel necessary. There's no time limit on this and no expiration date on this time that we spent together. What I would suggest is some aftercare type of things. I would love to hear your experience, so you can either write it in the comments, you can message me privately. But some of the aftercare things is staying hydrated. If you have lemon around, go ahead and squeeze a little lemon in there, or a little bit of lemon juice. This helps to process these energies within your body. Listen to your body. I can't stress this enough. Listen to your body. You may feel like you need to rest. You may feel like you want to take a nap. And then on the other spectrum, you may have a lot of energy, right? And you may just want to be gung-ho and get on with your day. That's perfectly fine. This is individualized for each of you. That's the greatness about this, is it doesn't matter where you're coming from on your healing or where you're coming from in your personal life. This is individualized for each and every person. Even though it's all been said, all the same words are said for everybody, your body will respond differently because you are unique to yourself and to God, our creator. You are a unique person. You may feel like you want to journal, do some journaling. There's a word. So if you want to write out your experiences or anything that comes through, it may just be a random thought, but write it down. It may become something that you can use later in the future. As well. If you would like to work with me privately, all my links are down below for YouTube, for my jewelry boutique, my website, and I'm also on Instagram as well as, of course, Facebook. So please enjoy your day. Remember, these will continuously run over the next 2 days, and they will dissipate as time goes on, and you're more than welcome to rewatch any of the videos that I do for you. So some of you are feeling a lot better. I hear thank you for your help. You're welcome. Hi, Serge. Thank you for joining in. And Jackie, thank you. And Diana, thank you for all of you for being here. I'm going to close for now because I'm sure that you all have a busy day as well. It's a Saturday, at least here in the US, it's Saturday. So please enjoy the rest of the day, listen to your body, and know that I love you and that I'm thinking about you today. We'll see you next week. Bye.